hang up and try again.
Good evening, PSBN fans, and welcome to Pretend Football Now. I am Psych Manders, and with me, as always, is Mal Paderos. Mal, how are you?
I'm much better than you, I think. Everything okay, Psych?
I was talking with Gage Laser.
Yes.
And we were talking about Jeff Cooter, and I started to get this scratch in the back of my throat, and I don't know. It's just kind of gotten worse from there. But I'm a professional.
We are professionals here at PSBN, that is for sure.
Indeed. So, without further ado, let's go on with the show.
You know what's difficult, Pretend Football faithful? Carrying the weight of not one but two belts. Twice over a champion, Mikey Two Belts has been wanting a chance to prove his supremacy once again over the, and I want to get this exactly right, miserable cretins that wallow in the muck and shart of my glorious kingdom. Gross. The newly minted South Chartsville Riddex Coliseum played host to a raucous matchup between Mikey Two Belts, Gravy Legs, and Coach Lewis's thick dropping loads. The champ's filth-laden trousers were led by A.J. Brown Staines, who outdid his projection with 15.7 points. Also impressive, finally, was A.J. I enjoy swimming in raw sewage Dylan, who charged up an impressive 13.6. Buffalo linebacker Terrell Bernard added 12 huge defensive points as well, but that is about where the legs stopped churning, likely due to the ankle-deep layer of filth that coated the field. James Cook, Michael Pittman Jr., Brendan Ayuk all performed miserably. However, none were more poop-laden than Anthony Slopsink Richardson, who could only muster up 5.4 points. Yikes. Now, on the other side, the Seaminsters of dropping loads went full impregnation on their projections. Brock Purdy, Pretty Purdy that is, launched a huge load of 28.6 points, giggity. Brees loaded prophylactic haul kept coming and coming with 26.9. Giggity. Drake London, who finally made it back to the pretend football field, scored 11.9, and that's about all Coach Lewis needed to trip up two belts. In the end, it's misery for the Gravy Legs, 112.5 to 73.3. A whitewashing, the likes that have never been seen inside of the hoop-stained walls of Riddex Coliseum. That brings Coach Lewis up to 2.3 on the Seer, while the Gravy Legs dropped to 2 and 3, as well as 9th overall. Now, perhaps the weight of two belts is too much for the mighty Mike Cooter, or perhaps he's just finally living up to his name.
Well, welcome, PSBN fans, to Portraits of Pain. Yes, it's brought to you by Dr. Fung's anti-ACL implosion syrup and spackle. Now 0.5% more effective in preventing ACL ruptures, but 100% more effective for covering cracks and holes in your hummus bunkers. As Dr. Fung Original, you can get your AIS&S delivered right to your cave hole today by dialing 1-800-900-GET-FUNG.
I love Dr. Fung. So innovative.
He is a man of many talents, and all of those talents are turned to making you healthy most of the time.
Healthy-ish.
Healthy-ish. Look, you'll be fine.
Oh, you know who's not healthy-ish?
No.
Anthony Richardson of the South Chartsville Gravy Legs We highlighted him a little bit earlier in the show. He has a grade 3 shoulder sprain. Anthony, please let everyone here know how you're feeling.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
You hate to see it. I didn't like that one. All right, well, let's look over here at Danny Dimes Jones. This is apparently a neck injury. Apparently his neck is made of stacked dimes. He may miss 1 week. So, Dime, how you feeling in there, buddy?
Yeah.
Ooh, he looks worse than I do.
I mean, look, it could be worse for everyone. Now, we also have a really bad injury. This is going to wreck a lot of fantasy, a lot of pretend football seasons out there. Justin, moving on up, Jefferson, apparently hurt his hamstring in the last game. He'll be moved to the IR list, probably going to miss a handful of weeks. Now, Justin, we have you on the line. How you holding up?
Justin, I'm sorry, pal. Just think happy thoughts. Just please think happy thoughts. All right, so let's move on to a man who's been in the news quite often, Travis Kelce.
Yes.
Yes, a low ankle sprain. He appears to have recovered swiftly. Holds no bad blood against the Viking defenders. Hey, Travis, how's that feeling? I mean, it doesn't look like it's 100% better, but it could be worse. How about?
Now, here at PSBN, we like to save the absolute creme de la creme, the best of the best for last year, and we have two particularly gruesome ones. You may want to avert your eyes if you're watching. Linebacker Matt Milano of the Bills, apparently his entire leg imploded like the Titan submersible. He'll miss the rest of the season. Now, I know, Matt, this is probably a very difficult time for you, but please share with Syke and I how you're feeling.
Oh, jeez. That's unfortunate.
I mean,
That thing looks like an overdone pretzel. Well, all right. Let's move on here. A perennially featured player on this segment is Emmanuel, most often injured mostly in what was his first game back from his torn left ACL in Week 5 of the 2022 season. He tore his right ACL in Week 5 of the 2023 season. Jeez, if anyone should consult with Dr. Fung about his anti-ACL implosion syrup and spackle, it's this guy. We're going to go straight in. I'm told that we have a direct line into Dr. Fung's hospital and all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue. Emmanuel, how you feeling, pal?
To be fair, his mouth was probably full of Korean food.
Yeah, maybe. Look, at least he's getting some quality nutrition,
Or dog meat.
or dog meat, or I mean, that kimchi might just be really hot. You don't know. You never know in these things. Right?
Oh, there's also one more that we can't forget about. This is another one. The rising star in pretend football leagues throughout the world, Devin A-Chain, apparently jacked up his knee. Not doing so bad. Not doing bad. Real bad. Real bad knee. But yeah. So A-Chain, how do you feel?
You hate to see it. You hate to see it, Paul.
Well, hopefully, with the stay on the injured list, that Dr. Fung gets you guys back up and healthy so that you can, once again, join your brethren on the pretend football fields.
Indeed. Godspeed. Sickness nor warlock's curse can keep me from my grim task, 10 football fans, and thus we find ourselves with another game to dissect. The dead men came to Blue Oyster Memorial Stadium to face the one and only Funky Butt-Lovin' in a very heterosexual, extremely competitive game as forecasted by PSBN's own Gage Laser. You know, it seemed that the Tombstones may not have had much time to defrost, as star quarterback Dak Pulseless Prescott only managed a very floppy 5 points. Not to be deterred, CD, Compact Disc Lamb, managed to pile up 6.9 points. Miserable. Just awful. But there were some bright spots on the roster, with George Gravedigger Kettle scoring 26.2 points. And hey, that's more like it. Josh, 2 first names Jacobs, added to the scoreboard with 17.4 points. And Josh the Revenant Reynolds scored 15.6 points. Kicker point alert! Kicker point alert! Kaimi the ever-lifting Fairbairn managed 15 kicker points. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, how did Funky Butt-Lovin' fare? Well, their receiving core was certainly on point. Adam the Feelin' Thielen scoring 22.2. Stephon Diggs with 21.1. And can I have another look at the program here? Can I? No. Well, I know Zach Ertz was there. He scored 8 points. And the Highlander Ray McLeod III, surely he would. 4.5 points. Oof. Ugh. The tip of this blunted spearhead fell on Big Mac Attack Jones, and oh God, that negative shouldn't be there. That's a bad score. Not even because of the negative. Look, I'm sorry, kid, but maybe you just ain't cut out for this, right? I mean, yes, negative 0.5 points. Not only did he give no measurable effort, look, he could have played Deshaun Watson, who rode the pine for 0 points. That's better. 0 is better than negative 0.5. This counts as a very quiet bench blues. Man, that's what I call literature. Final score, Tombstones 111.55 to Funky Butt-Lovin' 74.9. A rousing victory for the dead men who ascend to first place in the Lethal Evil division. Funky Butt-Lovin' fall to 2-3. And I'm told the Blue Oyster VIP Lounge will not be hosting Tango Night. Well, let's get back to the show. Wow, what a week of pretend football. I mean, just a real slogfest.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have said it any better. This has been full of twists and wait, I'm getting a report. It appears we are getting news from PSBN's own Gage Laser reporting that PSBN darling Jake Bobo has been signed as a free agent. That's something. He's pretty phenomenal. He joins the Cooter Institute Beavers ahead of their basement matchup versus the 0-5, also 0-5.
Look, let's just move on. Let's set the better. Do you have a word of the week for us?
I do. The word of the week this week is heavyweights, ahead of what I think is going to be the match of the season. To date, we have the 5-0 Kotkal Knights of the Kings of Limbs versus the Pickle Boys of the Cumberland Crew, also 5-0. That's teams number 1 and number 2 in the league. I can't wait to see this heavyweight matchup.
Going to be an absolute slobber knocker, and continuing our martial theme for Sykes' prop of the week. It is the épée de combat.
Is that a rapier?
No, this is an épée de combat. Good lord. Anyway, show no mercy. Show no mercy at all to your opponents. You poke them in their sensitive pokey bits. Well,
I don't have sensitive pokey bits.
well, it's true, but you're not going to be doing it. It's the teams for the teams.
I see.
Anyway, from all of us here at PSBN, this has been Pretend Football Now.